another episode. Episode
4. I said 5 earlier.
I know. Okay, episode 4 of season 4 of Diva Unfiltered podcast.
Yes, we're always so excited when we open up, a new episode because it's just like, this is really real.
Living the dream here at the creative space. We help all of our dreams come true. So we're excited. It's been a crazy time apart, like working. And so I'm so glad that you guys are meeting us here at the Purple Couch so we can go over and get unfiltered about some things. Okay. So also don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, send to your friends and all that good stuff. Of course, I'm Dominique the Diva.
And I'm Chey Parker.
All right, let's get into it.
Let's get into it. You know what we got to start with, girl? What you going through? I mean, first of all, we have been on set, but we haven't been on podcast set in a little minute.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day has passed.
Beyonce announced her tour.
Super Bowl happened. What are we going through? Do I start? Oh, God.
I haven't had a chance to think about what I've been going through. I don't know. I've been having a blast.
That's good. That's good. I love that for you.
I've been having a blast all 2023. I've been working out.
No, Diva has really been serious about this whole working out thing. Like, every time I talk to her, she's like, I'm on my way downstairs. I'm on my auntie stepper.
Yes.
I just finished the ab workout. Meanwhile, I'm sitting eating McDonald's fries like I ain't get lipo last year this time. I'm gonna get my shit together though.
Look, I got lipo 3 years ago. It doesn't matter. Like, fat can come back. Like, hello.
Fat can definitely come back.
I'm just enjoying myself. Yeah, I'm trying to implement a lifestyle that is sustainable. That's the main thing. I know a lot of times we're like, I'm not gonna eat that. I'm only gonna eat this. Like, I cannot deny myself bread. Let's be for real. Like, I'm gonna have me some bread. So, just in moderation, and I'm just trying to get ready for the summer. Now is the time. So if you need that extra motivation, do what you have to do right now, this February, this March, because honey, come May, June, July, August, I know how I am. As soon as I see 75 degrees, I want a margarita on somebody's patio.
And she wouldn't have a crop top on, because baby girl gonna have her a crop top.
I'm gonna have me a crop top, and it seems like they don't even sell full shirts anymore. So, like, I guess I gotta get this body.
They don't even sell full hoodies anymore. It's the winter time. It's February. Why is everything cropped?
I'm telling you, I've been looking for like a Letterman jacket. Like, I really want a dope Letterman jacket for the winter, and all the Letterman jackets I've seen are like half a shirt. So I'm just trying to get my mind right, honey. We have a lot of things that we are planning to do for this unfiltered summer coming up, and we'd like you all to join us for the unfiltered summer ride. And so I've just been trying to stay on top of my fitness goals, which really, really is, and I hate to say it, helping me with other goals, because after you're so productive in the gym or so productive just completing your reps, that energy does carry on to completing other things on your to-do list and being productive outside of the gym. I have to say, it's so cliche, but it really does. So I'm also here to just help my friends get on board, help my friends stay focused. That's what you have to do.
I'm friends.
Yeah.
I'm friends.
We got our little group chat. Like, we just try to motivate each other. You know what I mean?
Because the group chat is called Thicker Than I've Ever Been, because
we are all thicker.
We are really thicker than we've ever been, okay?
And I have to say also, it is important to still love your body as you go through whatever journey. Like, you know, my body now is not the same body I had before I had a baby. It's not the same body I had in 2016. It's not you know what I mean? I still love myself. I'm still beautiful. I still deserve pleasure and love at any phase, of your body.
I still deserve for a real man to grab on these love handles.
At any stage. But it's okay to like want to, look and feel your best.
Yeah.
I'm having a blast.
I'm happy. I'm glad about that, because I feel like over the past few months, it's just been go, one thing after another. And I'm like, my girl needs a break. I tell y'all this all the time, but I'm always like, how can I not keep up? How are me and Diva arriving at the same time? And she has a kid and a whole household. It's just me. I can't even get myself together. Okay.
Trying to get myself together.
But what am I going through?
Chey, you've been working a lot.
I've been working a lot. I mean, I have to admit, I have no work-life balance right now, and I have to be honest about that. And I also have to be honest about being okay with that. I've realized probably over the past few weeks that some of the things that I want and some of the things that I say that I want or that I may be striving for from a personal standpoint is just because the world has told me to want those things.
Okay.
And right now, I'm just really focused and really just in my selfish mode when it comes to
what I want.
driving forward towards my goals and what I want to do from a career perspective. And I'm kind of like, listen, friends, family, you know, romantic partners, if you can't fall in line and get on the same page or what I got going on, then this train is leaving the station, and that's just like how it is. Like, I'm not trying to be on nobody else's train. I'm just trying to be on my train. Whoever want to get on this Amtrak can't come on this one, but this is the one that's going where we going.
The Shaylin train. I like, you said something important there. You said about figuring out what I want. We have so much distractions, so much noise at all times. It is important to figure out what you want, not because because you saw it on someone else's page or you heard about that or you thought that might be a great idea. You really have to find solitude in yourself and have those quiet moments where you're thinking about, okay, what do I really want? And not just what everyone thinks I should have or thinks I should want or what it will look like. And think about it. Right now, we have so many ways to share. Like anytime you get on your phone or any platforms, sharing. What are you thinking? What are your thoughts? What's going on? What does Twitter ask you? What are you doing? Or whatever the question is. Or it's always a share button. Share, share, share. And sometimes you really have to figure out yourself, your feelings. Sometimes it's not time to go to the group chat with how you feeling because you haven't spent enough time with yourself
thinking
to
about
even
how you feel.
Welcome other energy about how the fuck you feel first. You know what I mean? So make sure you take that time to figure out what it is that you want. And another thing is, I know the word selfish gets a negative connotation a lot. Clearly, I go by the name. It has to do with a diva, so I don't care about negative connotations or what you think that might come with. It is okay to be selfish. It is okay to be selfish, especially when you're someone like Chey, who is a young, educated career woman who does not have a husband or a child at this juncture. And so this is your time to be selfish and do exactly what you want to do. Because once those things change, I will say, it rarely ever goes back the other way. But even if you do have other responsibilities or you wear other hats like motherhood or a wife or whatever, it still is okay to be selfish sometimes.
Yeah.
You know?
I just don't like how other people just make you feel like it's not okay. You really, every day is a journey of not giving a fuck about what other people think and what they have to say about your own life decisions. And I feel like, you know, you sent me a video earlier this week that was talking about friendships, but what I took from it, you can even use, you know, from looking at it as being an individual, that you really, it's a constant journey of just reassessing every situation and saying, okay, what do I want? What's gonna make me feel comfortable? Can I expand myself this way? Do I have the capacity for this, the bandwidth? And really not care about how it makes other people feel. Now, of course, if that's impacting other parties, then you do have to have some sort of consideration for that. But even with that saying, I am so sorry that this hurts your feelings, but this is what's best for me at this point and at this juncture, and that's not always easy. So I'm kind of going through that, also trying to figure out, okay, what does my morning and night routines look like? How can I make my lifestyle, you know, more sustainable and allow for more things, you know, in my life? Because I won't always be this way, right? Like I won't always want to only focus on Chey, like right now I do, but also being conscious of, all right, we're gonna also make space for other things too. So I don't know, it's a weird time. I hate when people ask me what I want right now because I don't know.
Like what I want right now?
I just got here. I really don't know. But being 31, people make you feel like you have to know, and it changes like every day for me.
And I think it's okay with just like wanting the basics at this time. You know what I mean? I want to wake up every day and love what I do. I want to wake up every day and do something that I'm passionate about. I want to have a livelihood where I can do the things that are extras, you know, where I can, you know, splurge on fine dining if I want to, a certain lifestyle that, you know, I can acquire those things on my own. That's okay just to know, because sometimes knowing what you don't want is just as important as knowing what you do want. Or how you supposed to know what you do want if you don't know for sure what you don't want?
What you don't want, right? If you ain't never experienced, you know, anything.
It's a lot of things that you don't find out too until you do get into a long-term relationship or years have gone by. Then you'll realize, actually, it's very important for me to have someone that is emotionally intelligent and emotionally mature. Actually, it is important for me to have a partner who is in touch with their feelings and can explain their emotions to me. And I feel like sometimes, even with men, and it might be because they're taught maybe not to share so many emotions, but I feel like they only think about 5 emotions. Like they only know like mad, sad, happy, hungry, horny. Like there's another plethora of emotions that you can have, and you can say, hey, I'm actually feeling a bit frustrated right now because of, but you know, sometimes I've tried to listen to men explain their feelings sometimes, and sometimes they don't even finish their sentence. They will be like, I just feel like,
I mean, I don't know, man.
you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Like, I just feel like, man, like, you know what I'm
like,
saying?
what the fuck, man?
You know, you be like, I'm listening. Say the rest of it. They don't know how to articulate those things. But as a 25-year-old woman, no, I wouldn't have told you that it's important for me to have someone that can articulate their feelings.
Yeah. I think also, too, I was talking to a man who I care very deeply about recently. And I said, you know, I've never really seen you extremely mad or extremely sad or even extremely happy. Like, you've always been such an even kill. I don't know what any of those emotions like look like for you. I've never seen you super excited about anything. I've never. So the thought of, you know, anything kind of more than what we are, I can't envision it, even though you can, because you see those things from me, but I don't see those things from you. And so I can't envision doing a every day with somebody if I don't even know how they act when they feel these range of emotions.
Right.
And I feel like that's such a sucky thing, because I'm also like, you know, if you talk to me about everything, you don't have any other friends that you share those emotions with, then what outlet do you have to express those?
You need an outlet.
That's scary.
Yeah. Because then you marry him and then he just punches you in the face the first time he's mad.
But that's how it happens, y'all. That's how.
And then he tries to move to another state so he can beat your ass without your family. And I'm just kidding. Okay, let's move on.
Let's move on. She's shaking the table. That's what we're going through. Okay.
And we're going to table that. Let's move on, because that Rihanna reign just won't let up. Your girl Riri is back. And you know what? I'm so glad that Rihanna premiered her second baby bump on that halftime stage. Don't say that too many times. But on the halftime stage, because y'all know what y'all was going to do anyway.
Talk about her.
If Rihanna hadn't came out with another baby bump, y'all would have been sitting there dissecting, trying to figure out what she looked like after that baby, and if she didn't drop the baby weight, or if she still this and still that. So I'm so glad she was out there rubbing her belly, because have y'all seen her baby daddy? Yeah. So why would y'all be so surprised that she's pregnant again?
A$AP Rocky is so fine. First of all, they're both fine as hell.
I told you.
Just put us in between both of them.
I'm trying to be in the middle.
Maybe put Diva on the side of Riri, and I'm gonna get on the side with A$AP Rocky, and we can all just figure out what we want to do and have a good time.
Because
I would be scared in the moment, but he's so fine.
He is
and
not
so
the one that
Rihanna.
that's not the one that you make pull out. Now some of y'all definitely have to, because y'all not that cute, but he definitely. Look, she just gave birth to a baby this year, and now she's conceived in the same year. And you know what the internet got the nerve to talk about? How she don't have a ring. Now this woman is a billionaire and has accomplished so many things in her lifetime, and y'all is stuck on a ring.
Rihanna getting married literally has no real logical benefit to her at all. It may satisfy y'all, and because y'all think that love is enough, but when you are a billionaire and you have actual real assets to think about, not the little weak ass apartment that you rent from month to month, then you would not be so quick to marry somebody who, I mean, let's be honest, A$AP Rocky is not a billionaire. He's not a billionaire, okay? Like,
let's talk about
it. So let this lady have her kids and run her empire.
Yes.
And I just could not believe the amount of women on socials, because we always got to talk about how you embarrass us in these comments, that were literally first comparing her to Beyonce, which, stop doing that shit.
Stop doing it.
Y'all cannot compare anybody to Beyonce. She's not the standard. She's not the benchmark. Yeah. She is extraordinary. She's literally the limit, the ceiling, the sky. So you cannot compare anyone to her. I think Rihanna did an amazing job. I would really like to see some of you hoes perform live and sing live and 60 feet suspended in the air while pregnant.
And some of y'all just as big as her, y'all not even pregnant, but we don't gotta talk about that right now.
Child, I think she did great. I was so happy to, you know, just see her singing and belting out those notes. I think she sounded good.
I didn't know she was gonna start with "Better Have My Money." Okay. Like, I love that for her.
Because y'all know it was a big bag to get her on that stage.
Well, she doesn't. That no one gets paid to do halftime. No one gets paid to do halftime.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, but ever since then, of course, all of her songs and all of her businesses Fragrances and Fenty Beauty and Savage Fenty, you know, sales have gone up over 600%. But you really just take those 13 minutes as an opportunity to show your catalog and to celebrate your catalog. And then after that, you know, everything else comes from the exposure. But like, she's pregnant. She could have been like, no, I'm not doing it. But
yeah, and
she
she's
did
starting
it anyway.
Savage Hair. She's starting Savage Fenty Kids. Like,
She
it's
can
a
do
big
whatever
time
she
for
wants.
her.
If I was her, I almost wouldn't want to release any more music. Like, maybe
Why?
because y'all asking me, but the way artists can't even just freely release music and just kind of like, you know, anymore, it's different. It's different. It's a different age now. And I feel like you guys love Riri so much, but at the same time, you guys would nitpick so much that she's probably just like, she doesn't have to.
I honestly don't even think that she is going to release any more music. I really don't. I really don't. I think she is going to go on this world tour. We're going to celebrate all of her greatest hits. I thought her set, you know, for the game was really dope. I sung along to everything.
Yeah, she has major hits. I don't know. For someone who's worked so hard in her 20s and now she's always talked about how she wants to be a mother and have a family, I just feel like she's in a space where she just wants to do that.
Ree used to give us albums. She used to give us like 3 albums a year.
Yeah, she does have a lot of albums.
Yeah, she used to literally give us albums back to back.
And then her last album, Anti, was her best work, and she even says that herself, and it would be a lot to come up with, but they didn't even award her for Anti, even though she did so amazing. So I hope that she does actually low-key just run her businesses and be a mom and get back to music whenever she feels like it. And if she never feels like it again, then.
Well, remember there were some rumors that were going around probably like a year or so ago that she was working on like a reggae album or sort of like a dancehall album or something.
She admitted in Vogue that she's never stopped recording. And even Pharrell has said like that some of the things that she's recorded are just like out of this world. And I do believe that she's probably so ahead of her time that whenever we do hear those songs, they will sound current. Like Beyonce was recording Renaissance in 2020.
Years ago, yeah.
2020, and now it's 2023 and it still sounds like that. You know what I mean? So kudos to Rihanna.
Kudos to Ree. We love to see it. And I love her clapbacks as a billionaire.
Oh, the Rihanna clapbacks, top tier.
They don't let up either.
Y'all wasn't even on the internet when Rihanna was really clapping back. But because of her halftime performance, everyone started talking about, who do we want to see next year? Who could possibly do it? And so, you know, Usher's name came up in the mix, and social media started arguing over whether or not Usher could pull off a halftime show. Now, I have to say, this is erroneous. This is ridiculous. I do not understand the disrespect time and time again that the internet has against Usher. The fact that we're even conversing about this really ticks me off, because what do you mean Usher Raymond III does not have enough hits for 13 minutes of a halftime show?
People don't know anything, as if everyone hasn't been rushing down to Las Vegas to see this man's residency, and he's had this residency running for a couple years now. So do you think he doesn't have enough hits for y'all little measly 13-minute halftime situation?
Why do y'all be playing on the internet about Usher?
But I honestly think people say that because they see Usher as strictly a R&B artist versus an R&B and a pop artist. Usher has a lot of pop music too. He's an international star.
Usher has been doing this since 1994.
But everyone's always so limited to their lens of what they look out of and what their experience has been. So since you have only heard Usher, it's 7 o'clock on the dot, you think that's the only thing he can perform at a halftime show, and he has so many hits.
The thing that happens is there's like a troll page online, and they say something is frivolous and erroneous as Usher not having enough, and then people, you know, make it go viral, and then the blogs post it, and now we have to have this conversation when everyone knows the real answer.
Everyone knows the real answer.
The real answer? Y'all talking to me about USHERRAYN?
Yeah, that's what they talking about, Usher Raymond.
Wow, this is crazy. This man has 8 Grammy Awards, 34 ASCAP Awards, 9 Soul Train Awards, 8 AMAs. He's the 5th most awarded artist in Billboard history with 9 Hot 100 singles, 18 Hot 100 Top 10 singles, and y'all think he don't got 13 minutes worth of show for y'all little rinky-dink head?
That's crazy. And it's funny because it's like Beyonce performs one little time for the halftime show. And some of y'all have never even been to a Beyonce show, and now you feel like every performer at this game is supposed to be Beyonce, and I think people just want something to say. People are bored.
Yeah.
People don't have lives, and we want to comment and have an opinion about everything. But I'm like, seriously, Usher.
Don't get it.
Usher would be an amazing show, and I feel like he could bring out so many different people.
He can bring out Lil Jon. White people love Lil Jon. He can bring out Lil Jon, Ludacris.
Yeah.
Like they love A-Town Stumping. Like, are y'all kidding me? Like, don't play Usher. Don't ever play Usher like that. And y'all better hope that he says yes, because now I hope that he's asked to do the halftime show.
After working his ass off on this residency.
Listen, he's been doing it so long, and I feel like sometimes it's like when you take a step back, but even if your last work was your best, when you take a step back, the internet will try to be like, oh, you washed. I saw y'all do that with the Migos. Like, they made Bad and Bougie. Bad and Bougie put them in a space where they really are pop stars as rap artists, and then y'all tried to say they fell off. How did they fall off when they had reached their height? They just took a break. It's really weird. It's really weird.
Everything is so instant, on the internet.
Right.
So.
But like you said, y'all are bored. Y'all don't have anything to talk about, because I only put this here if we have time. And obviously we do. Another thing you guys are bored about. You guys are so bored that y'all are hating on Chloe Bailey because she announced a new record this week featuring Chris Brown that she's going to release. Speaking of Usher, I know that this song that Chloe Bailey has with Chris Brown is a sample of Usher's song Throwback, It's driving me crazy.
Yes, I can't wait.
Because I'm missing my baby. So I'm going to be pressing play on it. But it's called How Does It Feel? All of a sudden, they're like, oh my God, how could Chloe work with Chris? He's such an abuser, and I don't understand. Keep in mind, we just went to the Chris Brown concert, and all of y'all were there. I seen y'all there. I see y'all there every time.
Seen every last one of y'all there. We're tired.
It's getting weird.
We're really, really tired. What is that?
I don't know, because it's like we were upset at the AMAs because they pulled his Michael Jackson tribute, and we're saying, no, that's wrong. And now we're like, oh, how could, and that's why this is just a stray. Like, Chris really just caught a stray. They really just hating on Chloe. They think that she does too much, and she's doing this, and she's doing that. And I've literally been that girl before that was being told by my peers that I was doing too much or acting a certain way or trying, and I was just being myself.
Right.
So I really identify with that when it comes to the way the quote-unquote internet treats her.
Right.
But you guys are gonna make artists not really want to drop music like that no more.
Like, or just not talk to y'all.
Not talk to y'all, like Beyonce.
Anything.
Because y'all really don't understand how extraordinarily talented Chloe Bailey is. This girl produces her own music. What we need to be talking about is the fact that Chloe Bailey will produce her own music and she does not get production credits or don't get paid extra for doing that. Now, any other producer in the studio will, but because it's her, she even talked about this. Because it's her and her sister and she produced something, you just get just one credit, not just, y'all just really need to talk about how extraordinarily talented she is instead of focusing on what turns you off about her. Like,
she's an amazing performer, and I think she's at this stage in her career where she is working very hard to prove herself, not only to the world or to the the music game, but probably also to herself. She's coming out of a duo group with her sister, and so she is in that phase. I remember when Beyonce was in her trying really hard phase, that Dangerously in Love, like little B-Day period. Yeah, Beyonce was working very, very hard to prove herself, and I feel like Chloe Bailey is going to be one of the greatest talents of our time that we have seen when she gets to that point. Yeah. Honestly, she is now. Her peers are not competing with her. So y'all can talk about, listen, I love me some Coco Jones, I love me some Normani, I love all of these girls, but none of them are performing and singing and writing and producing at the level that Chloe Bailey is. They're not.
I have to agree.
They're not.
I have to agree.
Who else is? I can't even.
I like Ryan Destiny's new song. Like, it's not.
Okay.
That's my first song I ever heard from her. Like,
on a Chloe Bailey level, you know what I mean?
No, not at all. And I think a lot of people, too, are confused at her demo or who she makes music for. And I don't like every single song of hers. She's like 25 years old or something like that. Like, it's okay to still be like, not my cup of tea, but, I like her. But she's also announced a record with Chris Brown, which is a big deal for her. I don't remember all this drama when Chris Brown did a song with her. I think he did 2 songs with her. I don't remember y'all upset when Chris Brown worked with WizKid on Call Me Every Day because y'all was doing the dances. Y'all wasn't mad at him when he was saying, sexy mother, you the baddest
I don't remember y'all being this mad when you were paying $1,000 and up for the meet and greet at the Chris Brown and Lil Baby show. I don't remember
the No Guidance records.
I don't remember anyone talking about him beating up Ree, Karrueche putting a restraining order on him. I don't remember any commentary about any of these things.
She's just like catching a stray because like y'all just don't like Chloe, and that's why y'all trying to make it a big deal. That
I also love how Chris Brown claps back at people too.
Oh, I love it.
I love it because when you have celebrities, when you have time, always take the time to clap back, because there are those of us on this side that are fans that love to see it, and it just makes our day.
Because people think you're supposed to be like above that, and it's like some days, and that's what he told y'all, I got time today. Sometimes you just have time, and that's how I feel. Some days I don't have time, but on the day I got time, it's fun.
I'm just reading headlines. I don't know what's going on. Chris, I'm with you.
Yeah, I be on my Glorilla shit, like y'all gotta be okay. Every now and then you gotta remind them. So that's just a little bit about what y'all was mad at that we think is very, very weird for y'all to be mad at, because we love Chris Brown and we love Usher, and we should be uplifting and we should be proud of the longevity and the things that they've been able to acquire during their career, because they're black and they're lit. Now, I'm not saying there's certain things, people have their certain reasons as to why they decided they will no longer
support or listen to someone's music or whatever. That's
fine, but you're not going to, the feelings that you have for that person is not going to dismantle what God has for them or what they've already accomplished.
And it's just amazing to me how everyone on the internet, because we know that this is not in real life,
morally
it's only on the internet. Oh my God, they're so morally sound and they're so holier than thou.
And they never done anything
Everyone's
wrong.
Perfect. No one's ever made a mistake. No one should ever be forgiven for any mistake that they've made. And we forget that God used the most imperfect people to carry out his will and to carry out certain missions and to use them. He didn't really do a lot with people that were perfect. You did not hear many stories about, you know, the characters that we know in the Bible from back in that time that were completely perfect and did everything the right way.
Take it there,
you don't hear that. So allow people to make mistakes and allow them to grow from that. If you decide that you are no longer going to support somebody or listen to their music, that's fine. But I don't think that we should continue to punish people for their mistakes, because I know I don't want to be punished for the mistakes that I made for the rest of my life. I've made some very messed up decisions over the course of these 31 years. And I would hate if I went and interviewed for a job and they told me, oh yeah, when you were 21, you had sex with your ex-boyfriend's friend. No.
Like what? And Chris Brown made a valid point. He said, I was 17. I'm 33 now. Seriously.
And after Rihanna moved on and they did a song together, cake. That's when I moved on too.
I moved on.
I moved on before that. But that's when I really
moved on. I've been moved on because it can't be my ass. So I mean, like, none of y'all can beat my ass. So that's why I had moved on a long time ago. But no, for real, we have to stop doing that. Open up the book of Job or the book of Matthew every now and then or something, and get yourself enlightened.
Have a little bit of grace for other people. Not just celebrities, but even just people in your life, your loved ones, your friends, your partners. You can extend grace. You can have boundaries and also extend grace. You can say, this is my boundary. I'm not going to listen to this person's music anymore, but great for him that he's releasing, you know, a song with Chloe Bailey. I bet it's going to be a great song. However, I'm not going to listen.
Because at the end of the day, nobody can dance better than Chris. And if, God forbid, something was to happen to him, everyone's just going to be like, the talent, it was the cream of the crop. He was just so amazing.
I did want Chris Brown and Usher to do a versus. I know they weren't in the same time period, but I think that they're both the only two comparable artists who could like do that, and it would really not be a battle. It would really be a celebration of their music.
Like, well, Versus said they're getting ready to come back. You know, they've been taking a hiatus for a while.
Together.
Yeah, they did. They said it's going to be different this time and that they're ready to make some announcements. So I'm excited to see, because that is a celebration. And as much as some people like to be like, oh, we're done with Versus, we have to understand that was something that happened during the pandemic, and they went on to get an NAACP Image Award. That is quite an accomplishment. And again, not just with it being Black History Month, like, we should actually be proud and support each other for real, and not like, you know, to Black people, I feel like we'll love something and we'll celebrate and praise it, and then when it get old to us, we be like, okay, we done. Like, that's what y'all be wondering why don't y'all support more Black designers? It's because they be hot and then y'all decide that they're not hot no more, and then we move on. So we don't have Sean John no more. We don't wear crocodile no more. We don't wear FUBU no more.
House of Darion.
We don't wear House of Darion. I mean, like, y'all be done with it. Y'all be like, oh, and then if I got on a Gucci bag, you like, well, I'm like, well, Gucci been out since the 1920s. Like, where is the quality? Where is the longevity? But we be done. We be done with it, and then it's whack, and then it's old, and it really shouldn't be that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really shouldn't be that way, but we do that all the time. But let's talk about some Black history.
It is Black History Month.
And it is the 50th anniversary of hip hop. You see, I got my Dr. Dre hoodie on, shirt on. And that is because so they're celebrating, 30 years of the Chronic being, like, they're just now putting it on streaming.
Yes.
So they were celebrating that, but, we got to celebrate the 50th anniversary.
We have to. I mean, hip hop just, first of all, runs the world. But it also runs our life specifically. Like me and Diva, we love music, and we don't always get to talk about the music.
That's why we're here. That's why we started, working in radio and working in media, is because of music. And I hate how blog culture has kind of like made the industry seem kind of high school at times. Because it's like, first of all, y'all don't be saying none of that shit in front of these people, because I see y'all at the meet and greets acting mute. And second of all, what these people do is to be respected. They have a God-given talent, and they're just trying to feed their families, and we get to see that side of it. But as far as the longevity of hip-hop, I'm just so happy once again that we're in a space where we have so many women that we can listen to out here.
Yes.
Like, you just can cut on the radio and just hear a woman, hear a guy. Like, we just have a plethora of different sounds.
I just love how hip-hop, it being the 50th anniversary, is just still doing amazing things, and it's here to stay. It's not a genre that's going to go away. And even though, there are others who try to whitewash it or, steal what we do, steal parts of our culture and try to make it their own, everyone knows that hip hop is home. It's the foundation. It's the base. It's the blueprint. And I'm excited to see what we do in this next 50 years and how it's going to change.
It's going to change. And it's going to be different. But I don't want to come off as them like, oh, back in my day. Like, we have to be able to embrace the change, But there's a little compilation of best hip hop songs that turned 30 in 2023.
They're my age. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Songs that turned 30 in 2023, Wu-Tang Clan, Cream. Y'all already know I play this all the time because cash rules everything around me.
Cream, get the money, dollar bill, yo.
My baby Cash, he does run everything around me, but I can't believe the song is going to be turning 30.
I can't believe it either. I think that's amazing.
Okay, another song, A Tribe Called Quest Award Tour is going to be turning 30.
What y'all know about A Tribe Called Quest?
Nothing.
Nothing, not a damn thing.
They don't even have a track. Snoop Dogg, Murder was the case
that they gave me.
The fact that Snoop Dogg has a song that's about to turn 30 and he is still getting these checks. I seen the TV commercial the other day with Snoop.
Still fine.
A halftime commercial, like.
Still a gangster, still an OG.
Still get all the checks, and he's so sweet. And another reason why he has longevity is he's actually very professional. And the thing about Snoop Dogg that's different from other artists, he came to the radio station one day and I was so geeked. I was like, oh, I'm gonna interview Snoop Dogg. Oh my God, I gotta talk to him.
He stayed for so long.
He stayed for so long because he has to go to every station, because he is that nigga. Like, because he has history with sports commentating, okay? So he had to do the sports channel. Then he had a gospel album. He had to go over to the gospel album. Then he had to go over to, he had to go over to
the hip hop. Had to go to Magic.
Had to go to Magic. Like, this man really, he had a reggae album. Like, he literally had to visit every genre in the station. And by the time he got to me, I didn't really have enough time with him because he had to move on. And he still was like, wait, and she want to take a picture with me. These people here to see me. Come on, girl. Like, it made time.
I think Snoop Dogg stayed in the station for like, it was like 2 hours that day,
yeah,
which
it was like
crazy for somebody, an artist of his caliber to, stay that long and really just kick it and take pictures and just.
Because he's
so sweet.
Right. Yeah. He's really dope. And it's
sweet and high, okay?
And still productive.
All
right, Tupac, Gotta Keep Your Head Up turns 30 this year in 2023.
Yeah. Tupac songs still do something to my spirit. Like, it either puts me in the best mood or it gets me thinking. I don't know. His music just always gave a feeling.
Yeah. If I'm in LA and California Loves come on, it's a vibe.
California.
If the weather is 75 and I hear round and round we go, I get around. What's that with the underground? What y'all know about that?
They don't know nothing about it, okay? I love when I hear changes too. 'Cause it just gets me thinking about the world where we are, but that you can still be happy and still have, you know, joy. It just is what it is. So, man.
Now, the thing about it is we're doing songs right now that turned 30 in 2023, but it's like, are y'all making songs that we can talk about in 30 more years? Because we're going to be like, oh, yay, Ice Spice turns 30.
Are we?
I don't know. But speaking of Ice Spice, it would be no Queen Latifah, UNITY. Listen, without Queen Latifah, we wouldn't have a lot of these bimbo girls that we have out here now. Thank goodness.
I feel like we do not. I feel like we do give Queen Latifah her flowers, but I feel like not enough. I don't think people truly understand how iconic Queen Latifah is, and just the variety or the various different arenas that she's been in and been highly successful, between, you know, having shows, being a rapper, being an actress,
being a businesswoman,
a businesswoman. It's just amazing to me that we don't talk about her enough. But I do think we put Queen Latifah and Missy Elliott kind of in their own. It's like, I don't even necessarily look at them as like female MCs or female rappers like in that way, because I feel like their
so much more
influence was so big. Yeah, it's like, how can I even lane. They're in their own lane.
Yeah. When people ask me my favorite female rapper of all time, I always say Missy Elliott. I always say it might be the VA girl in me, but no one can top her pen, whether she's writing, whether she's singing, whether she's rapping, whether she's producing, whether she's dancing, whether she's putting on a show. Like, as long as there's breath in my body, Missy Elliott is the number one for me. And y'all can throw around the Laurens of the Hills with one album. Y'all can throw around the Nicki, who had a run by herself. I'm not here for none of that. I'm talking about Missy Misdemeanor. Now, when you're talking about Queen Latifah, I feel you on that, because Queen Latifah had her own talk show.
Yes.
She had her own sitcom. Like, she had her natural hair the entire time she's worn her natural hair, period, whether it was straight backs or whether it was laid straight. Or whether she had
a lesbian.
Hello, and didn't tell y'all none of her business. And you guys asked her a million times if she was a lesbian, and she never told y'all. Mind your business. She is the epitome.
Okay, back in the 90s, really just beating all the odds.
Yeah.
And has been successful. There has never really been a bad Queen Latifah moment where we was like, this is it for her.
Yeah, like a cringe moment, or like, I don't know how she's gonna come from that one. She's never had that. No. Never had to conform to, you know, when the rap shit started turning sexy for the females, she never had to conform to that. No. And just do her own thing. I love that for her.
And y'all gotta remember, and then we can move on from Queen Latifah. Y'all gotta remember, this woman was coming out and doing music during the time where you had like the MC Lights and the Salt and Peppers and the, you know, female rap was doing big things. There was a lot of competition.
Yeah.
Lil' Kim, Foxy Brown,
Money in the
all
middle.
Of these women. Yes.
Yeah.
Shout out to Queen Latifah.
UNITY.
A bad bitch.
Okay, Salt and Pepper. Shoot that. Shoot that. Why was this like one of the first songs I knew all the words by myself with my little self? I wanted to be on the beach in the video with them.
Okay,
like,
I love the hot pink bathing suits and the short haircuts and the gold earrings.
Here I go again, girl. What's my weakness, man? Okay. Now.
That was when, during the era where women were finally becoming a little more sexually liberated.
Yeah, and they had their record, Let's Talk About Sex, Baby.
Let's talk about you and me.
And some of y'all still need to have that conversation, because y'all don't know what y'all doing.
And y'all don't be having orgasms. Ooh.
Anyway.
Too much to unpack there.
So what do you love the most about being Black, Chey?
What do I love the most? Oh my gosh, this is such a loaded question.
What do you love the most about being Black?
You know what I love the most? I love always having something to look back at, to tie back to my roots. No matter how I move throughout this world, whether it's me doing my hair or doing my makeup, or, you know, pursuing something romantic with a Black man, or pursuing my career goals, I can always tie it back to something from my roots. Why I am the way that I am. And even though it's hard to find those reasons, or to kind of like find purpose in your Blackness without it just being I'm just Black. It's hard, but it's so rewarding. And I love the fact that I'm a part of a people that can do that. And it's always, I feel like my Blackness is not a mystery, but it's always a mystery, and it's always something new to learn every day. And what would life be if I didn't have that? I don't know.
Yeah. I love being black. It's kind of dangerous, but it's also a lot of
It's
fun.
really kind of dangerous. You're living life on the edge being black, okay?
What do I love most about being black? I love the most about being black is the rhythm that we have. Like, we have a rhythm. And even when I was taking like this African American English class, like, shout outs to my professor at the time, was explaining to us even how we talk goes back to drums and the rhythm, like our rhythm. Sometimes we might add an extra word or add an extra something there, even when we're speaking, and it may not be considered like, you know, the perfect English, but in our vernacular, it's fine, right? And it's because it's a certain rhythm that we have, and it goes down to the music, it goes down to the way we dress, the way we talk, the way we season our food, the way we don't even have like necessary measurements for certain things. It's just to taste, bitch, season to
from
taste.
Your soul, from your heart.
Your soul. Like, I love that. I love the rhythm that we, like, you know, our bounce to things, the way we season our food, the way we can make something out of nothing. And I'm talking about from the pantry to the hairstyle. Like, we could be like, girl, I only got this much. Well, let's do it like this. You know what I mean? And it comes out and it looks fly and flashy. I love the fact that anything we do as a people is trendy. It's cool. Like, they look to us to see what to wear. Like, the ghetto girl aesthetic is like a real thing that you see other companies do. I love how when Rihanna came out with all these colors, now all the other companies started to say, oh, well, we got a whole lot of colors too. Like, nah, where your ass was at when, you know, my neck wasn't matching my chin? You know what I'm saying? Where your ass was at?
You weren't marketing us, okay?
Exactly. I love that about being black. Everything that we do is trendy. The music that we listen to, it goes to the top. I don't see a whole lot of pop artists anymore. You know, back in the TRL days, like we really, or that girl. Like, being black is really that girl. Even things that we say just become so trendy. Like, you know, Megan Thee Stallion saying she's a hot girl in Hot Girl Summer, and then you saw all of these like PrettyLittleThing.com saying, we got your hot girl clothes. Like, no, y'all don't. Y'all not down.
And we've been saying hot girl for years, back from the 504 boys, okay?
The big timers.
Okay, the big timers. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Like, I love that.
Hot boys, come on.
Yeah, I love that about being black. I love being black. It's a little bit dangerous, but I would not want to have it any other way. Anything else we want to address about being black before we wrap up today's episode?
Absolutely. Now, even though it is Black History, Black people, we do have a few questions for you that we want to think about, that we just want to self-improve on. As in, why we can't never be on time? Why we can't never be on time, Black people? Let's start. I was late today. So I'm including me.
I was late. Okay, so we did do a little research as to, because some people didn't like the, the Dream accepted the award for Beyonce and was like, oh, you know, people on CP time. So first of all, Beyonce's never on CP time. Don't ever say that again. She's on the Queen's time, okay? Y'all are early. Wait. Second of all, a lot of Black people used to be late because we used to get kicked off the bus. See, if a white person got on the bus and it went on space, and then you got to get off the bus and
find another way to get to where you was going.
So sometimes we might have had to take a bus or two or three, a little extra whatever, because we are product of systemic racism.
But now that you niggas got Benzes and Range Rovers and
BMWs
and Teslas, I expect you to be on time.
Okay. Next. What else we improving on? We're asking Black people before we get out of here.
Okay, listen, another one is, when did watermelon become our thing? Now, I have always wondered this because I don't like watermelon.
I love watermelon.
Take my black card from me.
And
I don't care.
Chicken.
I'm as black as this duster that I'm wearing.
I'll never be offended.
But I do not care for watermelon, and I always wondered that. So definitely did some research to find that, you know, watermelon was a cash crop for Black people who, you know, were coming out of slavery after they had been emancipated. You know, they became farmers and they started selling watermelon.
Yeah.
And so white people, hating as they always do, went ahead and put us on postcards and started creating all of this imagery where it was a bad thing, and they were mocking us about liking watermelon.
And I love watermelon. And the same thing kind of when it goes to chicken. You know how they say, oh, Black people love fried chicken. Well, back in the day, a chicken at first wasn't really seen like not a crop, but like something that was that made them a lot of money, right? So they stuck to the cattle, they stuck to like cows, they stuck to, you know,
it was the scraps.
Pigs. It was the scraps and stuff. It was like the animal that. So of course we always get the scraps, or, you know, the shit they don't want. and we had to deal with the chicken. And what did we start doing?
Frying it.
We started putting some seasoning salt on that motherfucker, okay?
Baking
dropping it in some oil and was like, damn, this shit tastes good. And then all of a sudden, they want their chickens back. All of a sudden, it's a business. All of a sudden, it's, oh my God, let's order some chicken and get chickens. Oh, wait a minute, chicken is valuable.
Mm-hmm.
It's because of us. So
Okay.
I would never be offended if somebody offered me some fried chicken and watermelon because I loves it, honey. But sometimes you just gotta know where it came from.
Okay. Now this next question: why Black people? Why we always looking for a discount?
Okay, I need that. And I don't like the way that America try to act like America try to act like they down, but it's been Black History Month all month, and I ain't seen not one discount for Black people. Like, I need a little 10%, 20. I mean, we clearly not gonna get no reparations from y'all, so at least y'all could give us some discounts for
20%.
28 days
Girl,
out of the year.
I'm thinking 30, 40. You need to up it to 50. The way that y'all treat us and the way you want to put your little racist ass marketing in your campaigns. I can't believe there ain't been no Black History sales.
Hello, but it's President's Day sales, and them they done long gone from here. Like, nah,
Count
we
your
need some
days.
Black History Month sales for
Count
real.
your days.
I'm sick of it. When are we gonna get some
I'm
discounts?
always looking for a discount.
We don't need your solidarity, Karen. We don't need your little black square that you want to post on Instagram.
Now, we don't need Congress, Nancy showing up in African thread.
Oh my God, I'm never gonna forgive Congress for doing it. Anyway, child, we need some reparations around this mofo.
I'm done.
All right, are we done? Are we done with the Black History stuff? Have we proven this? What my cars say? I got these new cute cars. Okay, why when we say we're on our way, we really haven't left yet?
Because we're late.
Oh, okay.
We're already late. We're already not on time, okay? Like, we already have wasted 10 minutes after we said that we was going to be there by 11. We're not leaving. It's 11 already. It's 11:05.
It's okay.
So I got to tell you that I'm on my way because I'm already late and I don't want you to be mad.
Well, white people don't be on time all the time either.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
And what's their excuse?
Right.
Anyway, honey, we are going to wrap up this 4th episode of season 4 of Diva Unfiltered podcast. A little bit of hip hop, a little bit of Black history for you hoes. But make sure you comment, like, subscribe, share, love on us as we love on you. And we're about to come up on the 3rd quarter here real soon. Before you know it. Before you
talk about it. We'll talk about it next time. Bye, you filthy animals.
Love ya. Mean it. Until next time.
Peace.